In a tribute to the late multifaceted politician and Guyanese leader, Linden Forbes Samson Burnham, the People's National Congress Reform (PNCR) held a brief commemorative and wreath-laying ceremony at the mausoleum, Seven Ponds Place of Heroes, in the Botanical Garden on Friday morning to mark the 36th anniversary of his passing. Leader of the PNCR and former President David Granger, in highlighting the contributions of Mr. Burnham, lauded his work and ideologies that he posited was ahead of his time.
For his deep belief in the equality of women, of ethnic groups and social classes, and for opening opportunities for children and youth. For his zeal for educating the nation, for erecting nursery, primary and secondary schools and opening the university and the College of Education campuses.
Granger went on to highlight Burnham's ambitious plans to abolish squatter settlements and his development of the country's public infrastructure. Linden Forbes Samson Burnham was considered one of the Caribbean's most brilliant and yet most controversial political leaders of his time. He was elected as the first Minister of Education in the then British Guyana in 1953, 6 years after reading for his law degree at the University of London. At the age of 41 in 1964, he was elected Premier. From 1966 to 1980, he served as Prime Minister, and then following a change in Constitution in 1980, he served as the President of the nation. It was Burnham who, on February 23, 1970, declared Guyana a cooperative republic, after which he switched to a more nationalized approach, banning all foreign-controlled imports into the nation. Burnham remained President of Guyana until his death. He died on August 6, 1985, after undergoing throat surgery in Cuba. He was 62. On Friday, his daughter Roxanne Burnham Van West Charles was among the many senior opposition party members, regional officials, and representatives of organizations who laid wreaths in remembrance of LFS Burnham. Granger lauded the giant steps made by his party's founder to make Guyana a better, more self-sufficient country. He assured that those salient contributions would not be forgotten and recommitted that the PNC would continue to preserve the work he devoted his life to. Some plans include continuing the Burnham Education Scholarship Trust and publishing his thoughts as well as some of his visual and written works.
And by the Forbes Burnham Centenary Commemoration Commission under the patronage of Mrs. Roxanne Burnham Van West Charles to celebrate the bicentenary of the founder's birth.
Chairperson of the PNCR, Valda Lawrence, touched on the life of the great Guyanese leader and what he meant to the people even now.
Some 36 years after the death of Linden Forbes Samson Burnham, lovingly called Kabaka, Comrade Leader, Odo, LFS, or as the Times magazine described him, the man for all seasons.
Reporting for the HGP Nightly News, Amel Griffith.